the other Kenyan. Well, it's going to be a fascinating race, I think, because this is the big favourite, Silas Kiplagat, but he's still inexperienced, really only made it big on the world stage this year. But Kenya, as ever, will be looking to get at least one medal, if not more. James Magut, he's just 20 years of age, silver medalist at the World Juniors. This man ran brilliantly yesterday. Out of nowhere, set a new national record. Wichikun from Sri Lanka. Well, there's the defending champion, Nick Willis, and in a slow race he's always a danger. Fast finishing, not as fit as he says he'd like to be. Alistair Hay of Scotland, he's done well to make it through to the final. Scottish champion. Jeremy Roth from Australia, Oceania champion at 8 and 15. And there's James Thie. He's due to become a dad soon. Best of luck with all of that, and best of luck here today. So the men's 1500 metre final. And we had a look back to that race in 1974. There were so many national records broken in that race behind Bayi. And there's the fastest man in the world in 2010. 3:29 this year, Silas Kiplagat. He's the class act here. But there's no pacemakers. This isn't the European circuit. This is a championship final.
It looks like it might be a team race, though. The three Kenyans immediately charging down the back straight. Obviously some sort of team tactics which you've seen them apply in several of the races. Sometimes they come apart, but other times they can work extremely well. And I think it's a sensible move by these Kenyan athletes. Kiplagat, his first time ever in a major championship. That's number 1579 in the middle. He is the fastest in the world this year, by far in this field. And I just wonder if he can come of age. He's a champion speed merchant. Can he become a champion in the true sense? Nick Willis on the inside, settling there nicely. And Andy Badley from England moving up on the outside. But already, Tom Lancashire from England is in a good position behind Nick Willis.
Well, it's not super slow, but it's not super fast either. It's steady, 59.89. They're just controlling things at the front. Kiplagat, coached by the great Moses Kiptanui, great world champion over at the steeplechase, and still learning his craft. But when you know how fast you can go, you can probably have some room for error. I expect to, and there's nearly one there. He's so busy looking up the screen, he drifted across his teammate, young Magut, who almost went down there. And they're just slowing again, Brent. That's when you start to get a little bit edgy. Look at Willis, he's always happy to run close to the curb. And just wonder whether Tom Lancashire, at some point, if it stays this slow, might want to move things along a little bit.
Nick Willis sitting in there nicely. Gaps are opening for him. He's getting opportunities to move through without having to go the long way round. He's running a neat race here. The Olympic silver medalist and reigning Commonwealth champion in that famous black vest of New Zealand. Tom Lancashire running into a little bit of trouble there, and the other Kenyans have just been all over the place. And still Andy Badley running an extremely quiet race, obviously figuring that his sprint finish is going to be good enough. And there's the first serious move down the back straight.
600 metres to go in the 1500 final. It's been pretty slow so far, a slow tactical affair, and this is the part of the race where people think, okay, I know I can't kick, I'm going to have to start looking to wind it up. Roth of Australia's moved to the outside. Willis has just been content. The defending champion in the All Black of New Zealand, his compatriot Blinko, starting to get closer to the front. They're panicking now because this is way too slow. Magut in the lead, alongside him Katimba, and then tucked in behind the favourite Silas Kiplagat. Lancashire and Badley close by.
And the favourite Kiplagat not in a great position. Willis on the inside, could be a dangerous position that. And Andy Badley has got to start taking a little bit closer order as they come up with 300 metres to go in the men's 1500 metre final. And where's the move going to come from? Kiplagat's getting bumped. He's looking for a position. He's bumping his way out, and then he runs out of. So down the back straight, Kiplagat hits the front and tries to make it a long run for home.
His coach, he says, always tells me to kick from 250 metres, and that's exactly what he's done. Silas Kiplagat in the lead, being chased by Magut, and Willis is looking for a medal again. The English lads have got way too much to do here. It's Kiplagat looking around, looking easy. Willis is trying to get the silver for New Zealand. Silas Kiplagat, the world's #1, takes the gold at the Commonwealth Games, Magut takes the silver, and Nick Willis once more gets on the rostrum for New Zealand. Andy Badley, I think, was sixth there, but they were absolutely nowhere. Sometimes, Bren, you look at a race like this, and Kiplagat is world number one at the minute, but you know, when
British athletes in the top 9. I know you wanted to be higher than 6, Andy, and you had a storming finish. What was your verdict overall on the race?
The storming finish is exactly the reason that I'm just embarrassed. It was one of those where all of a sudden it was the last 200 metres, and I think it looked like a mentally tired race rather than a physically tired one, because if I'd been there then a medal was comfortable, but I ran like an idiot, like no excuse for that, like just I don't know how I ended up where I was, and all of a sudden it was 200 metres to go, and there's a lot of people in front of me that, in my opinion, I shouldn't have even been having to deal with in the last 200 metres. No offence to other people, but that's my mental preparation, and I just couldn't believe it was so slow for so long, and that sort of lulled me into a little bit of a false sense of security, and all of a sudden I was drifted right to the back, and yeah,
it's a very honest verdict. We'll let you go off and warm down. Thanks a lot, Andy, and bring Tom in. Tom, as for you, sum up your performance there for me.
It was a strange race, really. It seemed like just didn't get started somehow. I don't know. It was weird. I put myself in the right positions, and once we got out, I realised it was going to be quite a slow race. You know, I had my game plan set in my head of what I wanted to do, but I don't know. Just couldn't really get myself going. And like Andy said, you know, the last 200 metres was there before you knew it, and yeah, it's hard coming round the outside there pretty much the whole way. Yeah, I mean the top 3 there are all world-class runners, and showed their class in the last 100 metres there.
Well, go on. Have a good winter. Thanks for talking to us, Tom, as always. And James, a quick word. Representing Wales, and you do so proudly. What was your take on that particular race?
As the guy said, the race never kind of happened. We thought it might go out faster with the 3 Kenyans, but in the end it turned to their favour. But just want to say that race was dedicated for my gran Glad, who died on Saturday, and I only found out this morning. I think my family were trying to keep it quiet, so that goes to her and all the people that have helped me get here at the age of 32 to make a Commonwealth Games final with those, you know, kind of talented people. I'm very lucky to have a very supportive wife, Alex, at home, so everyone that's helped me, fantastic. So we had a good championships with Wales. Everyone's made a final of some sort, so we're obviously down something right down in Wales.
Well, an emotional occasion for you, I'm sure. Thanks for talking to us, James.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you, Phil. Thank you. Cheers.